Hey YouTube, it's your girl Dr. J, and in my last video I talked about Danica McKellar's math books for girls, and just to make sure that I am balancing the equation, I wanted to come at you guys with a book for boys, and this is The Math Dude's Quick and Dirty Guide to Algebra. This again is a really great down-to-earth book that really does a great job of explaining algebra concepts to teenagers in a way that's much more palatable than what you will find in a traditional textbook. It has lots of tutorials, brain games, different things like that. Some of the chapters that are covered in the book. It has taking algebra to the streets, the secret algebra you've already been doing, showing that you're already doing algebra. Yes, you're going to use algebra sometime in your future. You're doing it right now. Algebra Basics talks about what are variables, how do they work. Algebra tutorial on the order of operations and practice problems. Walking the number line. It gives a brief history of numbers, algebra and decimal numbers, algebra and the number line, preparing for algebra, goes over polynomials, functions, and beyond, evaluating polynomials, roots of polynomials. I mean, all the stuff that you're going to need for algebra is really going to be covered in this book. Nice pictures, examples, graphs, lots of chapters, but everything is broken down in a way that's just really easy to understand. The book is written by Jason Marshall, and he does different podcasts, and he's known, like, the reason why it's called The Math Dude is that's what people know him as. He is known as the Math Dude. So if your child is struggling at all with math, you want to look up some of Jason's podcasts, and the books really complement the podcast well. So if you don't have a mathy child and they are struggling at all in algebra, or you do have a mathy child and you think you're going to be getting them ready for algebra pretty soon, this is a great book to have on hand. It can be read as a book, or where they just start at the beginning and read through the end, or you can just look for the chapters to help you explain some concepts your child might be struggling with. I would definitely have this with my child. If they aren't strong in math and they're not strong in algebra, I would definitely make sure my child had this with them when they were on their way out the door for college. But even before then, when you think your child is about to make that leap from 7th grade math, 6th grade math into pre-algebra, go ahead and look at this. It should be available at your local library. I got my copy off of Amazon. I'm sorry, I don't even remember how much it costs, but just great. You can probably find them used. Good book, tons of stuff. I mean, it's a thick book. It has lots of information in it. It's almost 500 pages, but tons and tons of information, and the math is solid. That's one thing that you always have to really think about and consider when you're going to be looking at math books. Is the math solid? Are they explaining things correctly? Is this going to help my child, or is this going to hurt my child? This is solid math. It's going to give your child good advice, good information. It's not as overpowering. It's not as overbearing as some of the math books that you might find that are related to various curriculum, but good stuff. Check it out. Hope this helps. This is Dr. J, and I'm out. Bye-bye.